What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
Greetings everybody, and once again welcome to a review, a video I'm actually doing. Today we are looking at the Kurganets 25T, a vehicle that was available during the latest battle path and is sadly not on sale right now, but as shown during that battle path with the shop, vehicles from previous battle paths were available for battle path coins, which means it may turn up again in the future, or it may be on sale in the shop, who knows. This is a tier 9, as you can see by the correct flag for once, a tier 9 Russian tank destroyer. It has, as a promotional material, it has super heavy ERA side armor. It has a 57mm autocannon, same as the Bagel Panzer, but with significantly faster rate of fire. It has 4 anti-tank missiles and a 8-rack of guided, highly agile thermobaric missiles. And it has an unmanned turret, and it can carry troops. Okay, so what's the bad side? The bad side is that its camo is quite bad. So we're going to compare it to like-minded vehicles in the same tier. Let's try the Terminator and the T-15. For added benefit, we're also going to do the AGDS and the Ramka 99. Now, as you can see here, out of all of the autocannons, it has the highest damage, 140, which is almost twice as much as the Leclerc T40. Its penetration is also very high as well, meaning it will go through MBT side armor, unlike the rest. However, it will not go through the turret side armor of the Type 10 or other heavily armored MBT, so keep that in mind. Its DPM is on the low side, but unlike the others, given that its damage and penetration is so high, you will be able to make the most of it. But its reload time for its autocannon, now keep in mind this is a clip autocannon, so if you fire all of them off, that's your reload time, I think. And lastly, and unsurprisingly, it has the lowest rate of fire. However, this is where things start to get a little bit strange. It only has 2100 hit points, meaning that this cannot take a hit. This is, as in the name, 25 tons. This vehicle is highly vulnerable to being hit by missiles, large caliber guns, so need to pick your fights carefully. But like just about all of the others here, except for the T40 and the AGDS, it does have an unmanned turret, and it also has the best ERA out of all of them. Side ERA, of course. Its camouflage factor is also quite bad as well, being slightly worse than the Leclerc T40, but of course better than the others. But then again, the others have, especially in the case of the AGDS, MBT levels of survivability. This does not. And lastly, its gun depression is also quite bad as well, being quite the worst of the branch at -6, and its accuracy is also quite poor as well, 0.075, but for an autocannon that needs to constantly be chewing out. This does not have the sustained rate of fire buff that autocannons in the game has. Instead, it's treated more like an MBT gun, which means you hold that trigger down, you're not hitting at anything at long, and good luck hitting anything at medium range. So, the autocannon. But first, let's talk about the modules. Now, keep in mind that if you have it right now, doing the HQ missions will not get you further on. It has the option for a supercharged hard kill APS, a flash suppressor which reduces camo penalty from shooting, and an IR camouflage system. But it also has a troop compartment as well, which means if you wanted to choose a hard kill APS or the troops, that's your choice. And lastly, the IR camouflage system and the flash suppressor is anywhere from 80 to 110 challenges, so there you go. In terms of troops, we either get the standard 80 squad, sniper, mortar squad, or supercharged hard kill APS. Now, the autocannon especially has a velocity of 1000 meters per second, has a partial reload and 20 seconds in the magazine, meaning that in all actuality you can do quite a bit of damage with this thing, but since this is an autocannon, you will bounce, you will miss, which means while it does have a potential of, I believe, about 6,400 damage per clip, at the same time, good luck getting 6,400 damage out of this thing. Its thermal barracks have a penetration of 30mm. They have a penetration randomizer of 5 and they count as HE. They have a fire chance of 300% and they can be self-guided, but I prefer manual guidance for a good reason, and they have a splash radius of 0.5. And while they're not exactly double tap, they can be salvo fired, which means which means they can basically, once you hold down that trigger, it will just keep firing and firing and firing, as you will see in later games. The reload time for them is 12 seconds flat, which means no partial reload. You fire 1, 12 seconds, you fire all 8, 12 seconds. And then lastly, we also have the Cornet E AGGM missiles, which will go through the turret of an Object 195, but they have a very slow reload, being about half a second slower than the Terminator, and they are only single fire, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. In all actuality, it is recommended to fire the thermal barracks first and then the missiles, as the thermal barracks will pop the APS. You can also aim for the soft kill APS for the thermal barracks, knock that out as well, and provide yourself a good target to hit with the Cornet missiles. However, for whatever reason, the thermal barracks seem to do more or the same heat MP damage as, well, partial damage, as the regular missiles will do, meaning that you have the extremely strange scenario in which a hot-loaded rack of basic guided HE missiles do better than dedicated heavyweight anti-tank guided missiles. Who would have thunk? Oh, and you have a machine gun. Because raisins. In terms of commanders, there are only a couple I would recommend. For first, there is Erin, as usual. Erin will give you a camo moving of 25%, a camo while standing of 33%, and as well as the extra 5% you get with Erin's commander as well. The skill for Erin should be up right now. There is also, of course, the option of Rashid, who I would highly take with the enhanced missile control skills and everything. This is more of a PvE based thing, so better missiles and such. And then lastly, you could also take Sabrina, who gives better module damage, crew damage, and some level of camo, if you want to take that little camo build. But, well, it happens, right? I wish Sabrina had more skills, to be honest. Aside from that, there's no other real commanders I'd recommend taking. They don't really suit this thing's playstyle. This is very much a more harder to play but more rewarding Terminator style build, if you get what I mean. Okay, lastly for crew skills, acceleration off-road and ramming damage, you want to punch your way into things, and missile control and accuracy decay while firing. The accuracy decay while firing is for the autocannons, as you will see in the later games. Good lord, there is some bloom. And lastly, I do recommend an AT squad. Simply speaking, they will save your butt. And in PvP, and the Glops as well. The Glops may be in mortar, and possibly in mortar as well in PvE. Surplus part crates, first aid cabinet, and a fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher, please. Trust me, you don't want to get set on fire with this thing, as it has very light armor. Telescopic lenses, augmented optics, paint, and IR optics. If you're doing PvE or Glops, then I would recommend dropping telescopic lenses and the IR optics. Keep paint and maybe the optics as well, but you could drop that. I would definitely keep paint though, and take barrel lining, missile control unit, and probably reinforced ammo rack. Okay, so this is the reason why I highly recommend using this thing's gun all the time. Now, while it is very fragile, as you can see, unmanned turret, breach, there's also an ammo rack right there, which means you'll need to be sidearm most of the time. The game also lies to you when it comes to the ERA. This is super heavy ERA, which means at an angle the ERA will bounce the heaviest missiles in game and 152mm shells. The reason why I choose doing the autocannon over the thermal barracks is that the thermal barracks, for whatever reason, don't really penetrate this thing that much. Very flat. While the autocannon will absolutely punch straight through the lower plate. So keep that in mind. And then lastly, this lies. Trust me, you can bounce the heaviest guns in game with this. So a good little side playstyle is quite recommended as well. Right, so how does this do versus other vehicles in the game? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's see versus a Terminator, for instance. Let's go to preview. I think I might be blind. As you can see here, the autocannon is very powerful against even Terminator side armor, punching through the ERA sometimes. And the side armor as well. Sorry, that's... There you go. Good hits over there. Considering that Terminators are often the bane of existence for AFE or TD players, it is good to know if you get behind them you can absolutely eviscerate them. The 57mm will overpower just about any autocannon in the game except for that of the GAU. And the Burla AGTMs, once again the game lies to you as you will see, will actually penetrate and deal damage to Terminators as well as Ramkas, especially on the sides. And lastly, good missile penetration as well, punching through the ERA and everything. Now, against the most heavily armoured MBT in terms of everything, I would say is probably still going to be the X-11A3, simply because it has everything. So let's see what those missiles do to it. Now, as you can see here, for once we have an autocannon that can go through the side armor of an MBT, which is absolutely wonderful. It will also go through the ERA as well, as you can see that. And there's also a partial to go through the turret armor too. As you can see, if you blow the ERA off an X-11A3, you can penetrate it at a pretty fair distance actually, which for people who actually enjoy using autocannons is quite something. And then lastly, for the missiles as well, remember these are 1150 pan, you will go through front, and with a fair amount through the side as well. And of course with the missiles, I would recommend aiming for cupolas and stuff. Cupolas, soft kill APS fixtures, etc, etc, etc. It's just simply good practice and aiming in all reality. So, to top it off, we have a vehicle which has a absolutely devastating autocannon, a machine gun, relatively slow firing AGTMs, and of course an 8-rack of thermobaric missiles which can only be described as annoying and as utterly infuriating to watch, listen and be hit by a Rise of Nations commercial on YouTube. So, without further ado, I've got some games lined up. Have a look. Would be changed to a 10 to 15 km/h speed increase. So it's speedier. It's what I wrote in the feedback for the Kurganets, but I doubt it. Actually, speaking of things which need to be faster, the Kurganets. This is 25 tons and it has, yeah, and it's not only horrifically big, but it also has a really crap top speed of like 75 kilometers an hour or something, which is not enough Like, 75 is fine for an MBT. For an AFV, it is very much not. See if I can deploy my infantry. There you go. Like, something this big, it's kind of mandatory to have Erin or someone with camo, simply because 2100 hit points is... That's actually good, basically. Also, I think putting this over the side and angle towards a bit is actually a good idea, because the ERA is really good. It can actually block 152mm AP rounds, which in all honesty is completely ridiculous, but... Yeah, our MBTs are basically the holding pattern right now. That Leclerc is...
Target acquired.
Ooh. Gonna move. At least my infantry are doing damage to it. Look at them go. I mean, 30 damage adds up. I have to admit, the Kurganets seems to be the epitome of chip damage. Which is kind of funny, but...
All the thermos it throws, of course.
Target acquired.
It's like chip damage ahoy, basically. Oh, spotted.
Target lost.
Come on, boys! I've only got 180. I've only got 180 soldiers left. He's doing his best. He's doing his fucking best. And I need to GTFO right now. Oh no, wait, I have two. Well, hopefully my minions are going to be alive long enough for me to attempt an escape.
Target acquired.
I was gonna say, it'd be pretty hilarious if they could kill if they could actually kill. Oh my god, no! Oh, they did a hilarious amount of damage to that Leclerc. Holy shit, they like left him on 200 hit points. Unfortunately, we need to run. It's like that meme, run. No. Hey Ethan, how you doing?
Identify target.
Bonk. So our team so far has been completely stuck trying to get rid of a Poland ball and his friends. Which is... I have to admit, I don't really see things like this happening often. Might have to go all the way to the other side, actually. Yeah, you can't really, Actually, in all honesty, a better buff for this might be a speed boost increase. And the ability to have a reinforced deployment of troops like the AS-21 does. Give it, you know, 5 or 6 AT squads and 2 mortar teams or something. Actually, no, I think I'd just go for the 5 to 6 AT squad. Actually, I don't wanna do the AT team. That sounds like too much council. Yeah, he got out of the way. And all of our team has completely died trying to get rid of a single Leclerc, and they are actually like just throwing themselves into him. This is incredibly depressing. Hi, Merc. Okay, so the thing to note with this is that its from a barrack launcher is actually quite high up. So you need to aim it while knowing that. Who's going to rush me?
Identify target.
I'm not. Okay, hi. Oh, doing that brings me an endless amount of fun, not gonna lie. Okay, so he hasn't blocked the APS. Okay. Oh shit, hi pop. Okay, fuck Poland. I can't deal with Poland's. Hold on, let me just.
Identify target. That was close. They nailed it. Go fast. They almost hit us. Target destroyed.
It seems your plan has failed, Mr. Wellington. Oh boy, that's gotta be Oh god, I'm gonna get shot at again. The Poland's gonna come for me now. Please. Also, I'm sorry for all the fan noise, but we had a electrician over to fix the boiler, and all they did was making sure that the boiler went even worse. So pretty much a full damage kill to the Poland ball, 2500 to the top plaque, really good damage on the plaque, 995, 995. That's not bad actually, and top of the team. With the second highest amount of damage done. Props to the MGM for actually getting good damage. Personally, I did. Okay, how much damage did my infantry do? My infantry did 1400 damage. They didn't kill anybody though, but that's fine. They spotted 7 on their own, so that's actually pretty good. Nice. Not really good though. And member of the community team. Basically, we get to test the stuff before the player base does, but after the super testers, so it's kind of like a last expanded feedback thing. I'm not really sure where to take this, seeing as we have a bunch of tier 10s that are just going to suicide, and I'm actually really sorry about the internet. It is not my fault. The fuck am I supposed to take this? There does seem to be a problem with this thing. Well, missile vehicles, especially for North Team. It's like, where the hell do you take them? Can be as can be. Sipping on some tea, smoking weed. Let's see if we can put you down here. Need to have a bush. I think it might just be the Type 10. Good to know the ally thing still works. I think I might be able to go through the upper plate of a... I can deal with AS-21s with the autocannon, but they will bounce my thermos and my missiles, because they've got like a Jesus level of spaced armor, like they come back after 3 days or something. Bad analogy, forget it. And we're all gonna die over there, great. Yeah, let's do this. If the Type 10's down there, might as well. Like, if these guys don't push, which they should. Hi, Carson, how you doing? Oh. Fuck, hello. Also, 360-degree smoke, which is very useful. And against stuff like TTBs, it is also quite useful as well. Due to their... weakish turret ring to thermos and stuff. But it will take time, like, I wouldn't expect to deal knockout blows with them. The thermos are basically the ultimate chip damage style thing. 290 messes. That's actually quite a nice paint job, look at that. It suits him. Yeah, we need to fucking do something. K21's going to... Let's fucking do this. Let's 316 no scope these people.
Identify target. Smoke grenade out. Hostile tank.
Bonk. Ooh.
We took a hit. The engine's weak. Smoke grenade out. Reloading.
Yep. Would the Kurganets become a worthwhile investment? Yes.
They almost hit us.
Unleash the thermos! The sheer irony is that you do more clip damage with the thermos than you would with you do more clip damage with the thermos than you would with the regular missiles because of the thermos quick time. I don't think I can deal with Type 10s though. The Type 10s have a ridiculous amount of armor. Like, the side of their turret can bounce 57mm autocannon fire, which is fucking ridiculous, but okay. Something's spotting me. Get away. You know what? You know what? Also, my engine's damaged, I just realised that. Alright. Pop him out, boys!
Move out.
Make daddy proud.
Taking position.
I think it's a sniper. Bonk, 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 bonk. Ooh. Get fucked. Huh? Huh? Praise be to the ERA. Oh shit, there's a problem more. Right, let's fucking do this again. Come on, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Bro, 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 bro. Pop smoke! See ya. Where did he go? Oh my god, I think I made him shit himself. Oh god, the hellfire's shooting me again! Go away. Ow. Just fucking go for the pollen ball. Fucking leg it, go, 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 get him, get him, get him! Oh. Take your time, Jesus. I have to admit, the physics model is amusing. Okay. Well, it seems that the majority of pollen ball drivers have not learned, but hopefully soon they never will. Also, I got a streaming report of 15 minutes. Good lord. Also second of the team, which is hilarious. Okay. I don't know what the hell our team is doing. I mean, like, this isn't... There really isn't many MBTs, and ours are kind of just... See, that's the good thing about the thermos, is that you can fire them in very many places. Also, we got an Ariete loose. If the Al Hussein backs up, I can pretty much just straight up go for the Ariete. I'll keep myself pointed downwards in case the Al Hussein backs up. Terminator. Okay, it looks like they're beating the Terminator. For now, I don't think I need to interfere. Unlike the Terminators, this thing's hit points really means it can't take a hit, so you really have to be careful about what to do with it. There's also a Bradley, which I honestly feel very bad for. I think I hit Bradley. And one of them's firing missiles, so I think it's the... Wow, the Terminator's to it. The Terminator 2 is over there. Actually, I might want to deploy the AT squad. If that Terminator wants to. Big rip, no damage. If that 2017 wants to, he could possibly go. I know I hit something over there because the missile range indicator showed it as hitting something.
Identified. Hostile tank. Reloading.
And we've got good spots on the guys over there anyway, especially like the Terminator and stuff.
That was close. Okay, ABS up. Target eliminated.
Hello, goodbye.
Target eliminated.
Bye bye. But yeah, this thing has a fucking ridiculous amount of weapons available. It really shows you, like, firepower over mobility and protection and everything, really. Like, sure, this has, like, ridiculous side armor, but it's not as good as, like, anybody would expect. Like, anybody will take front armor over side armor for the sheer fact that front armor is basically, well, it's front armor, you can point at it. Side armor requires you to be angled, which requires showing up various vulnerabilities and everything, and it looks like we might be winning that side. If they can get rid of the Griffin, I can go in. I can go behind those guys. But for now, I just need to remain on Overwatch. They have a Terminator 2 over there. There we go. Got him.
Identify target. Hostile PC.
Draco's going for it. Which means it's my turn to kill the Griffin.
Identify. Hostile PC. No effect. Primary site hit. Threat destroyed.
Bye.
Smoke out. We're hit. Armor saved us. ABS saved us. Identify target. Hostile PC.
Oh boy.
Incoming.
Hellfire's down there with them. Which means...
Incoming. Incoming Arnie. Target destroyed.
Goodbye. This is a pretty much a showcase of what an actual fucking wrecking ball this thing can be. Although I would honestly dictate that it's better to have the cannon first rather than the thermos. Goodbye. At least I know I'm here. He's like, get the stalker, get it, kill it! Aw. I'll take it. I mean, that is a really good indication of this thing's very weapon systems. I'm not gonna lie. And I may have done more damage to that Bradley, actually. Ah, 6,300, that's not bad. And I... Fair enough. Did my 8th infantry hit anything? And I bounced 4,200 damage as well, but that's APS. I'll take it. There seems to be a very suspicious amount of basically just hanging on to tier 10 for this, for today. Waterway again, so... I would prefer to be on the other side for Waterway, simply because there's, honestly, in my opinion, more options available. Like, it's just not a greatly designed map, but like... The Lemon Train meta hasn't... Well, the Lemon Train meta and 3.0 hasn't exactly, made anything better. If that makes sense. Oh well, at least we can do this in 60 FPS. Yay. Yeah, the idiot. Oh fuck, I forgot about the time. I'm sorry. Okay, so hopefully our tier 10 platoon sticks together, and it looks like they're all just going one line, which is completely fine. Hey, we have the same camo.
Squad reporting. In position.
I wish I didn't have to wait so long for the infantry to deploy. I do wish it was instant, but then again that would literally just encourage people to just YOLO, drop infantry, done. Like, it is a pretty hilarious thing to watch in Glops, and I've actually done it myself in PvP, my T15. Just to humiliate people, you get them on like low hit points and you just drop an 80 squad on them and then they just like, ugh! And they get killed by infantry. It's great. 10 out of 10 would recommend again. Come on, Kurganets. Why is the mortar shooting me? This is bullshit. Bonk.
Target acquired.
Wait, what? They've done 800? 900 to an object? What? Look at those damage numbers. My 80 squad has done 1300 to a... Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Direct hit. Target down.
Goodbye. And they're still down there. They're still down there.
Target acquired.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. That's what I call a sound investment into the free market. And they're still there. Unfortunately, well, they're stuck there for the rest of the game, but they have. Oh god, spotted.
Grenade out. Reloading.
Also, they've bounced on the gal for some inexplainable reason. And somebody exploded. Alright, stop, drop, and... Stop, drop, and roll. Whee! Bonk. Ugh. Are they going to shoot the AS-21 yet?
Ricochet.
Get him!
Mobilize.
I'm gonna chip you to death, mate!
Reloading.
Oh, I do not want to be that, God. Even more hilarious, do you think, like, the object even knew the AT infantry was there, or do you reckon they just, like, completely forgot them, which is... Both outcomes are hilarious to me.
Why can't it be both?
Why can't it be both? What?
They're basically
50 fucking... 57 fucking second delay. Jesus, the internet is strong. Let's see, 4,000 damage, not bad. The infantry did 1,300. And they did 4k spotting damage, which is hilarious. So, as you can quite rightly see by those games, the Kurganets 25T, when played right, is very good. My closing thoughts on this thing, first of all, is its playstyle. You will need to trade hit points for damage, so it is very much a case of, excuse me, of you having the smarts and the worthwhile and the know-how that you will take damage in just about any encounter you do. So it's up to you to make the most of that. Of course, there will always be the ambush times, but I will not count on them. The autocannon is very inaccurate, and the missiles themselves, the AGTMs, are honestly quite crap, actually. In fact, most of the time, the thermobarics are a more effective weapon. The thermobarics are, in my honest opinion, absolutely brokenly overpowered, and they should not be a thing. My recommendation to the developers when writing out the review report was that the self-guided missiles should either be that the self-guided missiles themselves should be an optional module, in that you should either be able to choose the thermobarics with the ability to guide them as missiles or infantry. Or otherwise the thermobarics would simply be dumbfired missiles, as they would as the rockets are on the XM800T, which, if you don't know, is simply put a standard rocket. I believe that a hot-loaded 8-rack of thermorack missiles, which have as much partial damage as regular missiles, and can basically just obliterate just about any soft kill, hard kill, go through smoke, go for APS is not healthy for the game. So there needs to be a choice of this. I would also like this vehicle to have progressively larger hit points as well, up to 2600, 2700, as you can see with the other TDs of the same tier. In fact, let's quickly fire up that comparison window again, as you can see what kind of playstyle it is to go up against the others. Even the QN506 has 2500 hit points. All of the other Terminator style vehicles in the same tier, even around 99, has progressively more hit points than this does. And while this is a very light vehicle, there is no reason why its playstyle should have as much hit points as vehicles with significantly less, with a significantly more fragile playstyle, such as this entire 105, this entire 120. Frankly put, we have vehicles in the game such as the Atdu, the Leclerc, the Merc, and the XM1A3. Where are you? Which, as you can see how much they weigh, 77 tons, 70 tons, 62, 66. The lightest vehicles, well, the lightest vehicle, which is tons less, has more hit points than the Atdu and the XM1A3. We have vehicles of 60 tons that are either 20, 15, 10 tons less than the heavy ones that have more hit points. So there is no reason why the Kurganets should be crippled with so many hit points. And that's really what I think about it, I guess. I would like this to be more of a danger Terminator than the rest. It's okay with it having less armor, but as much hit points as a fucking Jeep. No. Anyway, Armored Warfare is going to Armored Warfare. I hope you like this review. It's been a long time coming, and I'm sorry for it taking so long, but here we are. If you like this video, then I would urge you to drop a like or dislike. Get me up in the YouTube ratings. I don't think YouTube likes me that much anyway, but it would always be progressively helpful, and it would mean a lot to me for a like. And if you have any thoughts about this vehicle, or was I wrong about something, leave a comment as well. We'll have a little discussion. I'm always welcome to talk with people about it. And that's going to be it, I guess. So, thank you for coming, everybody. Thanks for watching, to staying all this long, to take care out there, and a goodbye.